to 26 Acres Outdoors. It's been a little while since we posted a video, but that's because we've been gearing up for
turkey hunting.
When does that open?
Tomorrow.
And what are we doing all day tomorrow?
Turkey hunting.
That means no work. You have a little distance learning it for school, but we'll come back for mid-morning lunch or whatever to have that. We're going to go out early in the morning, afternoon, evening. We can get 5 birds, toms, in Connecticut. I'm not saying we're getting all 5 for the month or for tomorrow, but we are high hopes. So we're going to run you through real quick. We're going to go over calls. What else?
Mask, cameras.
We're going to go over the calls, locating calls, calls to bring the turkeys in, a little bit about turkeys, why they're so fun to hunt, and little factoids for you guys, and what we wear, equipment, decoys. I'm going to show you all that real quick, and then Izzy and I will go a little more in depth into each one of the calls or what they're for, how we use them, our camo, some equipment, and then you guys comment, like, or whatever. Or you guys comment. We're new to it. This is we're only a couple years into this, but this is with the knowledge that we know. We'd like to share it with you guys. If anybody else knows something, please feel free. We all work together as a team. Is how we become better sportsmen and sportswomen and sports kids. All right, let's show you what we got. So as far as locating, we have locating calls and locate. You want to know where the turkeys are, right?
Yeah.
We don't want to sit in a field and there's no turkeys, or we don't want to get up at the crack of dawn and there's no turkeys. So these are a couple calls we use. They're called locating calls. You could use them in the morning if you get there pre-dawn, want to see where they're at. Obviously, just like deer hunting, you're going to want to scout the area you're going. We use trail cameras. I wouldn't recommend that one, but we have trail cameras set up, which we're going to check tonight. Trail cameras, you're going to look for prints. You're going to look for where they've been taking dirt baths, all that fun stuff. So you're in an area. Or you go in the evening, which we're going to go tonight after baseball practice. And what are we going to do? What's it called?
We're going to... I forgot the name of it.
Shot calling turkeys.
Yeah.
And the point of shot calling turkeys will be a separate video. Hopefully we get it posted tonight. Is that you use the locating calls in the evening to see where they're roosting, and hopefully, as long as it's close enough, you can set up there. And hopefully, the idea is in the morning they fly down.
Here we got.
So here's what we got. Here's our locating calls. Trail cameras. Besides looking and seeing where they're at, shot calling, we use a owl hoot. I like Primo stuff. It's relatively inexpensive and it does give you good sound. And we have the gobbler, which we'll get into that. You're going to want to have some gear to tote your gear. I like to use this. It's made by the Strut. My wife calls it my turkey purse. You can, if you hold that, Izzy, you can wear it as a belt. You can wear it up over your shoulders and harness, and it puts it right here. You have all your goodies available to you. Calls, shells, whatever you may need. And it's right here, because when you're crept down, you don't want to make a lot of movements. So that's one thing. And then we have a shooting stick if you're hunkered down in the bushes. We've got push pull calls, turkey Yelper, the box call, and the reed call, the mouth call, which is a little challenging. We have all your camo. You want your camo, you want to go full predator mode, like you're hunting coyotes. Head to toe, camo, face, everything. Turkey has what is their best sense?
So they can see up to 2 to 3 miles.
Right, and how far, and their radius, we can see 180 degrees. How far can a turkey see around? Do you remember?
270 degrees.
270 degrees. It's basically like they got eyes on the back of their head. So that's why it's so important to camo up, stay still, try not to be seen, because that's their key to staying alive is their sight. So that we got the calls, and then as far as decoys, we've got a nice little Jake turkey. He's a Jake. He's got a small beard, so he's like a teenager turkey, tom turkey. Gonna get everybody riled up. And then we've got our hen. So these are the decoys we use. We're gonna go all over this right now, break it down into sections, And that'll be it. We're going to go into gear and what we wear and decoys first. Then we'll get into the calls. So as far as gear, what do you got?
I have my hunting coat, and then we have our masks.
Yep. Full camo. This use whatever you think is going to blend in. Pants, it's everything. You want to try on a mask? Show everybody what you're going to use this one. I'll put mine on too. So we look like Army Rangers. You can't see us. Same ones we use for deer hunting. I personally prefer face paint, unless it's real buggy. And another thing you want to have and have to have when you're in the woods is tick spray. Keeps the bugs away. We use an unscented one. I just got into using that for deer hunting, so I don't smell like perfume, so deer don't get spooked. But I prefer the face paint. You can pick this up. Mossy Oak makes this one. I really like this one. It washes off easy, goes on good, right? Just don't leave it in the sun. You don't want to leave it in your pouch. And like I said, I touch lace on my turkey purse, as my wife calls it. Keeps everything here. You can put it here. You can put it on your waist. You can put it on your back. You can put it on your chest. I prefer to keep it right here. Everything's accessible. Now we're going to decoys. Camo and face paint is pretty obvious.
So we have our hen.
Our hen decoy. I don't remember the brand of this. I know they went up to Cabela's and got them. I believe they were like 40, 50 bucks a piece. I have the ones that are foam. You can squish them up, put them in your bag, or they give you a bag. But when you go and you set them up, you're crinkling them up. And you know, their turkeys can see pretty good. Now that thing's all crinkly, wrinkly, like they're gonna know that doesn't look right. These are nice, you know, they're rubber, they're molded. So you got that, and then we have the Jake turkey. From what I know, in the springtime, I won't even run this one, because the thing is, if you put him up, if another Jake or another Tom has already got beat up because he's been fighting with the dominant Tom, he's going to be tentative. He's going to be hiding out. He's not going to want to come in. He doesn't want to come in and fight. He's looking for a girlfriend. So from the knowledge I know, what I've heard is the best decoys for spring hunting turkey is a hen. A lone hen. You can put a couple hens in. And they go a lonesome hen.
And each one of them you can put stakes in.
Yeah, we have a stake. It must have fallen out in my truck. But yeah, the stake, and then you can put this one. If you put it to here, it kind of like she's just standing up. The wind will move it just a touch, so she looks alive. It may spin around a little bit. If she spins too much, you want to just take sticks and put them in the tail so they just wiggle if it's a real windy day. If you move the stake and you put it into the front, it gives her more of this action, like she's feeding. But this is what we're going to run for the spring. She's going to lure in all the boyfriends, and hopefully we have some nice turkey dinner for everybody. And we got a really good recipe for that if we do get one. That's basically it on decoys. We run one hen decoy out there, and then we're going to try to call her in. So, all right, I'll try this again. Cut! Take two. Take two. Take two. All right. All right, now we're going to get into turkey calls. What does the turkey say?
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble. All right. What do the girl turkeys say? Quack, 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 quack.
Squawk.
Yeah, they squawk. So we're going to get into the calls. We go for the most beginner to the advanced. These right here are made by Strut. They're the push button Yelper. They're not very expensive. They're a nice little wooden box, and these are by far, you can make all the noises you need that a hen will make, and they sound really good. They're overlooked a lot because they're not fancy. I don't have one of the slate call ones where you have the little round slate and the stick and you kind of. I don't have one of those. I started with these, and this is always with us. I actually really like it. So we're gonna give you a little demonstration. So both of these make different noises. They're the same company. One, I don't know why, but I got one year and one another year. So basically, you got your decoy out. You heard the toms. They're gobbling it in the woods or in your area, or you see one, and then you're just gonna. That's it. That's it. Just push it. See, this one, I think needs a little chalk. It's a lot higher pitched. as you show them. So you're going to cluck a couple clucks, short clucks. That's it. And then what that's doing is that hen, she's feeding, she's out. It's a lonesome hen. She's lonely. She's looking for love. She's looking for Tommy Turkey, going, where are you at? A couple of those, and then you might hear them gobble, but you don't want to overcall them. And with this one too, you can also make, when a hen is content, she's feeding, she'll just make a little, like a little purr, little putt. If she's really agitated, she's going to really squawk. But for the most part, that's kind of an aggressive call. You would probably just want to stick with a couple little putts. And then, you know, she's content, she's feeding. Or you can do the purr if she's getting aggravated. So as you can see, that's a very versatile call. Very easy to use. We like it. A lot of people do. I would start there if you're new to turkey hunting. I like it that we are no pros, so these other calls are a little bit of a challenge for us too. And I got another Primos call. This is a box. You got the chalk. You're gonna want to chalk this, not your paddle. And then this one, you're just gonna a little higher pitch. You don't want to push it and drag it because a turkey doesn't sound like that. You want to chop. Depending on where you have your hand, it's better to push away. You can do that. You can do all kinds of stuff with this. This takes 2 hands. That takes 1 hand. You know, you can have this down on your side if you're in the woods. You can kind of do that. But that's where the mouth call comes in. The diaphragm call, the most advanced of all of them. Like you say that my box call looks pretty brand new because I don't really use it. We use the push box. It's awesome call. Especially we're gonna be in a blind in the morning, so either of these 2 calls, the box or the push button one, is what we're gonna use. Now, if you're in the woods, you're hunkered down in the bushes, and you want to have your crossbow, bow and arrow. You're ready. You see this. Your turkeys are coming in. You don't really want to be moving around and trying to squawk stuff. I'm a no pro with this. I finally learned how to get it to make it remotely sound like a turkey, but it's fairly easy. But I'm not going to mess with it because I can't put it in and sound like a turkey on the first shot, and we don't want to scare anything. But what it is, it's got some reeds, it's tape, and then 2 of these kind of poke up. And what you want to do is you put it in your mouth, way in the back, like almost like you're going to choke on it. I always had tried it in the front. I'm like, I can't make any noise. So this is great when you're ready to shoot. You need to get that turkey a little bit closer to get the shot, and your hands free. So give me a minute. May not sound perfect, right? But just put it in there.
It's like you're about to swallow something, but you don't want to swallow it.
Look, I'm ready. Come on, turkey. Boom, we got you. So that's kind of how that works. You can change the tone of it by when it's in your mouth, where you press with your tongue. You can get a deeper, a higher pitch noise. There's plenty of videos on it. If we ever need to get more in depth, and I get a little better. But those actually didn't sound too bad, did they? Yeah. And you're gonna want to wash it out and dry it out. You don't want to put this thing slopping wet and then leave it in your bag all sealed up for the next time you go. But we'll wash that off. That's basically what we use. We're gonna go shot calling tonight. What colors? Oh! I forgot.
I forgot
about the shot caller. So these are locating when we get there in the morning. Another great locating call for early in the morning or even in the evening if you're going. Slam the door to your truck or your car, like just straight up. It's like the opposite of deer hunting. It's almost like you make a lot of noise. Slam your door. It's pre-dawn. Slam your door. Those turkeys are anywhere near you, they're gonna start gobbling because It's mating season. Their testosterone is up. They are grumpy. They're ready to fight. They're just, everything irritates them. That's why they gobble so much, because they're irritated. Like, so I've been using this last couple nights to try to get some. Only thing I got is coyotes howling at me. But this is the owl one. You can change it by where you put it and how you talk into it. But I'll just give you a quick one. We're going to use this tonight. Sounds like an owl to me. So that's that one. And then we got the gobbler. This one gets a lot of reactions. But if you're sitting in a bush or a blind and you're trying to call turkeys in, you're not going to be able to do this. I don't see how you're going to do it without being seen if it's close. But this, they'll gobble, they're agitated, and if you got the dominant tom in the area, he's going to go, oh no, who's in my turf? I want to fight. But the problem with this is, besides, like I said, I think it's better for locating in the morning before all the other ones got beat up, or in the evening when everybody's already been fighting. This is going to scare off. This is going to scare off a tom that's been losing fights all day. So it's a very aggressive call, but it does sound like a turkey gobbling. You want to try?
No.
No.
Right. How hard do you have to shake it?
Shake it. You've used it before. Oh, that sounds like a sick one. But you got the idea. You can do that too. But I mean, once again, your two hands. Absolutely prefer. That's a squeaky one. He's a little chalk. I think those are the way to go. Just getting into it. A lot of people that do it, have been doing it for years, still use those. But we have a tendency in everything we do to get wrapped up in the newest and hottest stuff. Definitely think this is definitely handy to learn how to use. And there's guys that can make this thing purr, girls that can make it purr and cluck, way more than what I know how to do. So, you good?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please ask. I'll try to answer. We'll try to answer them the best we can. Or if you have any tips. But this is basically what we use. And some of the tips that we got for you. And we are pumped for tomorrow. I cannot wait. I took off a day of work. Or I am taking a day off of work. I don't care. And we're gonna hit it hard. we're gonna check our trail cams tonight. See where they've been going. And we're gonna do some shot calling. So we'll do that later on this evening. Make a video. Thanks for tuning in.
Make sure you subscribe to our channel, like this video, and turn on your notification bell.
All right.
And comment down below.
Okay, please comment. We would love to answer any questions or any tips you might have. All right, thanks for tuning in.